Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to incorporate the high impact practice strategy of focused note-taking into your online classroom model. Focused note-taking can be utilized as an online study tool, informal assessment, as well as formal assessment. By utilizing this high impact practice strategy into your online format, students are able to organize their thoughts as well as comprehend additional information.
There are two key functions of focused note-taking. The first is recording, in which students record the information so they can use it for later use, and reflection, which students go back, look, make judgments, resolve issues, and make decisions based on the notes that they've taken. Focused note-taking includes 5 phases. They are taking notes, processing notes, connecting thinking, summarizing and reflecting on learning, and applying learning. The first thing they should do is draw a vertical line down the page, leaving a column on the left that spans approximately 1/3 of the width of the paper. Students should also leave 3 to 4 lines at the bottom of the page for a summary. The next thing they do is take notes. You should inform your students that they will take notes in the right-hand corner. Once students begin to take notes, they're going to process them. Inform your students that during the note processing stage, they should correct, revise, and complete their notes as needed. After students have written their notes, encourage them to review and revise them, ideally within 24 hours. Students will then connect their thinking. In this phase of the note-taking process, inquiry becomes the focus for the learner. Students are encouraged to ask questions in order to link their thinking to prior knowledge, making thoughtful connections to the information and how it relates and applies to the world beyond academia. Summarizing and reflecting on learning. After students have processed their notes, instruct them to create a summary of their notes at the bottom of the page. The summary pulls together the most important aspects of their notes, capturing the meaning of the significance of the information. It reviews, summarizes, and synthesizes the main ideas into a concise few sentences. Additionally, ask students to reflect on the process of note-taking and their experience, thus empowering them to self-regulate during future note-taking. Guide students to think about these questions. How did you take notes in class? Why did you take notes this way? Are you satisfied with your notes? Why or why not? And what would you change about your note-taking process? It must be notated that while you may not directly speak to them about this process, recording and uploading information about how to utilize this note-taking process is very beneficial for your students. When you log in to Blackboard, I'm going to show you how easy it is to create content. So I click on JNet. Now students will apply the knowledge into my Blackboard account. Again, it was prompting me to see if I got the 2-step process in to log in, but my computer's recognized, so I don't have to worry about that. I go straight into Blackboard. Now, if you'll recall from my last video, I am not currently teaching this semester, so as soon as I get into Blackboard, I'll show you what it will look like based on my classes last semester. So I click on my courses. Here's what I currently have, but I go back to last semester, and you'll see I taught 3 different classes. I'm going to use my UNIV course as an example. When you log into your Blackboard account and click on a specific class, you'll notice on the left-hand side all these tabs. And I know this can be overwhelming, but you'll see how throughout these videos that it gets easier and easier as time goes on. For this lesson, I'm going to show you how to add content. So I click on content. This is where I can input notes, PowerPoints. You can even put an audio on here, a video. So if you're at home and you want to take a video of yourself with the lecture or just some key notes or some instructions for students, that's most certainly a good tool to use. So I'm going to add in a file, okay? And I'm going to act like I'm adding in stress management. Okay. Then I'm going to browse my computer. I'm going to find my UNIV. And I'm just going to, let me go back to find my 1201. Like you, sometimes I have to dig for my information over here. Okay, UNIV Spring. Now, although I am doing stress management, I'm just showing you how you can upload a folder here. Have it open in a new window for students, which I will whenever they click on it. It'll open up in a new window so they can download it. I'm already going to let them view it. I can track the number of views on here, so if I was like, man, how many of my students are actually viewing this? I can do that. Or if you would like a specific date and time, you can then click, okay, you know what? I only want it to be available today. I'm going to open it today, but I'm only going to display it until, April 30th at the end of the day. So I could create that. I hit submit. And there's my assignment or my course content that you can then link to an assignment. So for example, I'm going to add an assessment to this. Click on that. I want to do a test. Okay, I'm like, all right, you know what? Based on that information that I've created, I'm going to create a test. So I could put stress management test. Okay. Again, I'm just going to put stress management test. Okay. Down here, I'm going to put the instructions. This test will have 20 questions in which you need to complete within 1 hour. Okay, that's just an example. All right, then you hit submit. Now here's where it really gets cool. You can create your own questions. So here's all the different, a calculated formula, calculated numeric, an essay, file response, fill in multiple blanks, fill in the blank, matching, multiple answer, multiple choice, opinion scale. So I'm going to do multiple choice. Okay. You put in your question title, what are ways you can help reduce stress? And then down the same thing, what are ways in which you can help stress? Choose the best answer. Okay. Answer numbering, so I might, A, B, C, like what is it? A, get more sleep. And I'm just going to put something simple here just for an example. Better sleep. And then as, the wrong answer, partying, eating bad food, not checking their emails for school or doing homework. That certainly should stress them out, right? And then if I wanted to say correct response, I'm going to submit. Okay. And that's my answer. Okay. If I showed it. You could put all your 20 questions on here. You can also select how many points this is worth. So I'm saying 5 points. It's worth 5 points. Gotta select the box. And there you go. That's one question. Now, of course, I'd want to add questions, right? And you can add those. So to make up your test. The great thing about this is that it auto grades for you. So you can submit your test, submit the points, submit the time that it's supposed to go, and then it grades it for you. So I hope this has helped. Students can use their notes to help them with this, or if you prefer another method, that's fine as well. But you can see by utilizing focus note taking, getting students more involved, having them answer those questions will help them with a time test or any type of assessment that you have. Again, this is just one way, and I hope this helps.